In today's headline, finally, no kissing the babies. St. Luke's Medical Center addresses concerns on format of printed drug test results. Duterte pushing global resiliency. Data breaches, companies fault, Liboro. Philippines receives 1,016,900 doses of Pfizer. Taiwan-made Covid spray, promising. UK to ban travel from 6 African countries due to new Covid variant. Good morning, I am Kim Sancha and you are watching Tribune News on Q. Today is the 26th of November and here are the latest news this Friday morning. The Commission on Elections has ruled that in-person campaigning will not be restricted in areas under COVID Alert Level 1, while a candidate or a campaign leader may be accompanied by a maximum of 5 staff in areas under Alert Levels 2 and 3. Conducting in-person campaigning in areas under Alert Levels 4 and 5 will be strictly prohibited. The poll body said as it released the guidelines for campaigns, rallies, caucuses, meetings, and conventions under the so-called new normal. The do's and don'ts were contained in the 21-page Resolution 10732 promulgated by the COMELEC on the 24th of November but released to media Thursday. In-person campaigning will have to strictly follow health protocols set by the Department of Health, the poll body said. COMELEC spokesperson James Jimenez said all candidates will have to seek permission from the Commission before they can conduct in-person campaigning. During in-person campaigns, entering private dwellings, even with the approval of the owners, is not allowed. Candidates and their campaign managers are also barred from forming crowds that violate the health standard and are prohibited from engaging in handshakes, hugging, kissing, going arm in arm, or any action that involves physical contacts or getting in close proximity with other people. Among the activities that may also be prohibited if they violate health standards are the taking of selfies, photographs, and the distribution of food and drinks and similar items. Caucuses, meetings, conventions, rallies, and meeting de avance are allowed up to 70% of the operational capacity of the venue, whether indoor or outdoor, in areas under Alert Level 1, 50% in areas under Alert Levels 2 and 3, and 30% in areas under Alert Level 4. In areas under Alert Level 5, conducting the said activities is prohibited. Motorcades and caravans will have to secure permits from local government units, which will have to be submitted to the poll body. Meanwhile, Jimenez said the COMELEC is set to conduct mock elections before the end of the year. The mock elections will be a public test. We will use actual voters to see how they will behave in the field, he added. Jimenez said that they will also conduct a field test prior to the mock polls and mock election is for public coverage as we will have actual voters actually lining up to vote. The management of St. Luke's Medical Center on Thursday afternoon made clarifications on the format of printed drug test results the hospital provides to its patients. The hospital released an official statement following concerns of critics questioning the authenticity of the drug test result taken by presidential aspirant Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. in its facility. The statement said that the format of the printed test result is standard and common among all healthcare facilities authorized by the Department of Health to conduct dangerous drug tests. While it did not mention the former senator in its statement, the medical institution said it had to shed light on the drug test being conducted in its facilities due to public and media queries. Several social media posts spread online questioned the printed format of Marcos' cocaine drug test result he submitted to various law enforcement agencies. Some asked why the document lacked the logo of the medical center, while others looked for the license numbers of the health professionals who performed the tests. The management explained regarding the mention of Barangay Ususan as our location. This is because that is the only available location in DOH Integrated Drug Test Operation Management Information System when St. Luke's Medical Center Global City was accredited in 2010. They strongly encourage the public to refrain from posting misleading and inaccurate information on social media. St. Luke's call on everyone to verify the information they receive from others and the information they plan to post online. He subjected himself to cocaine drug testing days after no less than President Rodrigo Duterte's alleged that a candidate running for president in next year's election is into the said illegal substance. President Rodrigo Duterte is expected to share with his counterparts in Asia and Europe his views on resiliency and other global issues during a virtual summit this week. The Office of the President has confirmed Duterte's attendance at the 13th Asia-Europe Meeting Summit on Thursday and Friday, which served as an avenue for Asian and European nations to discuss multilateralism, growth, and sustainable development. According to Malacanang, Duterte is scheduled to speak on rebuilding a resilient future, as well as on international and regional issues, at the second plenary and retreat sessions of the summit on the 26th of November. ASEM is an informal dialogue process of 53 partners from Europe, Asia, the European Union, and the Asian Secretariat, is aimed to strengthen cooperation between Asia and Europe through mutual respect and equal partnership. Chaired by the Kingdom of Cambodia, this year's Asia-Europe Summit will have 3 outcome documents, including a statement by the chair, a statement on ASEM connectivity, and a statement on post-COVID-19 socio-economic recovery. During the 2-day meeting via video conference, the ASEM leaders will also discuss the summit's role in ensuring global peace and stability, strengthening rule-based trading systems, and promoting inclusive and sustainable growth and connectivity and the coronavirus pandemic. The Philippines is one of the founding members of ASEM, which was established in 1996. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Chris masaya, pagsama-sama.
Bong, yung naumpisahan ko, tapusin mo. Mga bagong highway, tulay, tren, dapat ma-enjoy na kaagad ng mga tao yan. Kailangan lahat bakunado at laging may ayuda pag kailangan. Huwag dapat magkabalik ang mga drug lords para ligtas ang pamilya. Yung ginawa mong malasakit centers, maganda yan. Padamihin mo pa. Magkasama tayo. Tayo ang nagsimula, tuloy-tuloy lang. Bong.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Chris masaya, pagsama-sama.
We are back on Tribune News on Q. The National Privacy Commission, or NPC, has urged citizens to practice digital hygiene so as not to fall victims to cybercrimes like smishing, or the sending of text messages to induce recipients to reveal personal information. Smishing in its original form called phishing are preparatory acts to the commission of more serious crimes like identity and bank deposit thefts. The NPC has issued the assurance that it is now coordinating with telecommunication companies and law enforcement agencies to minimize the commission of the said crimes victimizing mobile phone users. As smishing has become prevalent in the past weeks, NPC summoned the data protection officers of Globe Telecom, Smart Communication, Dito Telecommunity, Lazada, Shopee, and several banks to report on the steps they are taking to combat the surge of tech scams. Recently, the NPC said that the smishing activities in the country are run by a global crime syndicate, not by a group that has gained unauthorized access to contact tracing forms, one of the first suspicions raised by victims. The NPC official urged the public that if you don't know the sender of the text message or they are not in your contact list, then you must not entertain them or immediately block the number of the sender and don't click the link you are being told to click. He revealed that currently telecommunication companies have already unplugged the fraudulent conduits or domains used by smishing perpetrators following an initial probe. Liboro also disclosed telcos have already identified almost 50 domains and its host was found in India. Also, banking institutions have already frozen 2 bank accounts where the money is being deposited, purportedly owned by these criminals. At least 1,016,900 doses of Pfizer arrived at Ninoy Aquino International Airport, Terminal 3, last night. National Task Force Against COVID-19 Head of Strategic Communications and Current Operation, Assistant Secretary Wilbin Mayer, welcomed the arrival of the vaccines which were purchased by the government through the Asian Development Bank. The country is expected to receive another 201,240 doses of Pfizer on Friday night. On the other hand, Vaccine Czar Secretary Carlito Galvez Jr. has acknowledged the crucial role of local government units in ensuring the success of the vaccination program against COVID-19. Galvez said that the cure in this pandemic is in the hands of the LGUs and the national government is ready and willing to support. The Vaccine Czar also noted the importance of scaling up the vaccination output of Batangas and the rest of southern Luzon, which is adjacent to Metro Manila. As of the 25th of November, a total of 78,528,357 COVID-19 vaccine doses have been administered nationwide. Of this number, 43,870,322 Filipinos have received the first dose, while 34,555,933 individuals are now fully vaccinated. A COVID-19 nasal spray vaccine developed by local researchers in Taiwan has shown promising results against the Delta variant of SARS-CoV-2 in animal studies, the National Taiwan University Hospital has said. National Taiwan University Children's Hospital Superintendent Huang Li Min said the COVID-19 nasal spray vaccine aims to provide protection not only against the original strain of SARS-CoV-2, but also to new and emerging variants of the virus. Huang added that despite the billions of COVID-19 vaccine doses being administered, the pandemic does not seem to be coming to an end. Hence, the research project was born. In the Philippines, the Food and Drug Administration said that there is no nasal spray approved as of yet as COVID-19 treatment or vaccine. In a text message to Daily Tribune, FDA Director General Eric Domingo also said there has been no approved COVID-19 nasal spray vaccine yet. Domingo also said there is no pending application by any manufacturer for an emergency use authorization of any COVID-19 nasal spray vaccine. Intranasal vaccines are also less likely to cause systemic adverse reactions, he said, adding that a nasal spray flu vaccine has been approved for use in healthy people between the ages of 2 and 49 in the US. So, if new COVID-19 nasal spray vaccines are developed and approved, it might increase people's willingness to get vaccinated. GB News on Q will be back. Stay with us.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Chris masaya, pagsama-sama. Katribu, hanap mo ba ay food to satisfy your cravings, essential products o ano paman? Sagot ka namin dito sa tindahan ni Tarsi. Halina't tuklasin, kilalanin at alamin ang kwento sa likod ng iba't ibang produkto at negosyo mula sa ating Pinoy local entrepreneurs na tiyak papatok sa'yo. Samahan natin si Tarsi simula November 16 na mapapanood sa programang Gising na mula alas 8 hanggang alas 9 ng umaga sa Facebook page ng Daily Tribune at Tribune Now on YouTube. Makinig at makisali sa usapan every Friday night at 6 p.m. sa iSpeak Katribu Podcast. Samahan sina Daniel at Alvin na pag-usapan ang mga relevant topic na tiyak kakarelatean nyo mga katribu. At pagdating ng Sunday at 7 p.m., Speak Your Mind with our iSpeak program na sasagot sa mga tanong regarding the latest and relevant issues sa paligid natin. I-like at i-follow nyo ang Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube para updated ka sa mga latest episode namin mga katribu.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Chris masaya, pagsama-sama.
You are still watching Tribune News on Q. Britain on Thursday said it would ban travel from 6 southern African countries after South Africa detected a new COVID-19 variant with a large number of mutations. Health Secretary Sajid Javid said that the early indication they have of this variant is it may be more transmissible than the Delta variant, and the vaccines that currently have may be less effective against it. Javid said the new variant, which South Africa attributed to a surge in cases and had also been detected in travelers from the country in Botswana and Hong Kong, had not been found so far in Britain. But he said British scientists were deeply concerned, and as a precaution, a decision had been to suspend all flights from South Africa, Namibia, Lesotho, Eswatini, Zimbabwe, and Botswana on Friday. He added that they will be requiring anyone that arrives from those countries from 4 a.m. on Sunday to quarantine in hotels. While for anyone arrives before then, they should self-isolate at home and take a PCR test on day 2 and day 8. And if anyone has arrived from any of those countries over the last 10 days, they would ask them to take PCR test. Britain's government was widely criticized for its travel and quarantine policy earlier in the pandemic, when it kept its borders open to foreign travelers even as infection rates spiraled. That wraps up the stories this morning. Before we go, we would like to thank the following: Mary Kay, the SM Store, the Department of Tourism, Araneta City, MG Motors, Haina Motors, Security Bank and Overseas Community Affairs Council member Alan Lin of Republic of China for their continued support. Again, this is Kim Sancho on Tribune News on Q, reminding you we have only 29 days until Christmas. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good morning.
Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. Download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS and Google Play for Android to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune invites you to join its Viber community, Katribu, to get updates on the hottest news on politics, business, sports, lifestyle, and entertainment. Emoticons of the Tribune mascot Tercito are available on our community Viber.